Hello, Team Tribe. We are so excited to have all of you join us this evening. We also have a room full of ambassadors that we are so excited to have with us too. I'm Mindy Fry. I'm what's called a Ruby Ambassador with Plexus Worldwide. And sitting next to me is Yolanda Musgrove.
Hi, I'm Yolanda. I'm a Gold Ambassador.
That's right. Soon to be senior.
Senior to be senior gold.
That's right. So, couple of announcements before we jump in. First off, not sure if you saw the email, but the success kits, that's upside down. The success kits are now available to purchase. So with your next order, go ahead and purchase one of these if you joined before January 1st or if you did not order a welcome pack. You'll want to order your success kit. There's some valuable information in this, and we want all of you guys to have it. All right. Also, wanted to announce the 7-day Slim Challenge that is starting on Monday, August 8th. And we want all of you guys to participate, and we want you to invite all your friends and family to participate too. The challenge will be on our Form Generation Plexus page, and I will post a link to that. I've already posted that on my Plexus Tribe page, but I'll post it again so you all will have that. But yeah, that's going to start on the 8th, so you definitely want to start inviting people so they can get their 7-day Plexus Slim trials in and start with us on that Monday. All right, and by the way, I might be looking around because we've got, like I said, we have a few ambassadors in the room with us. So don't be offended if I look past the camera. But all right, we want to get started. We're really going to be focusing on what it takes to go silver. So silver is the very first promotion in Plexus, and it's really telling us that you want to build a business and you want to make money. And so what silver is, it's sponsoring 3 level 1s. And by level 1s, like Yolanda, I personally sponsored her, so she is my level 1. And so, and then when Yolanda sponsors somebody, well, she sponsored many of somebody's, but that's my level 2, and so forth. So you want to sponsor 3 level 1s to kick your business into gear. So, so that's our goal, is to start off by going silver. And also what's awesome about silver is you get a $100 bonus. So we love that. So anyways, so let's start, kind of help you guys go silver. And by doing that, we're going to focus on the Frank's list. So it's very important that you right now get out your paper and pen. I see everybody has gotten their paper and pen out. And I know some of you are saying, hey, I've already made my name list, so I don't need to do that. Okay, so there's a secret here. You will always be adding names to your name list. It never runs dry, because you want your business to always stay active. So you are always adding names to your name list. So, and also if you're already silver, we want you to go silver again. We want you to go silver again and again and again. That's how you build your business. So, so this call is for everyone. All right. So, so get your pen and paper out. All right. So the number 1 rule is do not prejudge when you're making your list. Okay? It is not our job to decide who should take Plexus and who shouldn't take Plexus, okay? Because really everyone needs Plexus, but also I bet you have many friends who are going through challenges that you have no idea what they're going through. So, you know, it's not popular for somebody to post on Facebook about their IBS issues. It's not popular to post about depression issues. Okay, so there's lots of battles that people are facing that we have no idea.
How long had it been since you talked to me before you reached out to me on Facebook or with the email? How many months or years?
I think it was only 1 month.
Since we had last spoken to each other?
Oh, since we have last spoken. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Yolanda's a great one. I had just I was looking through my contacts on my phone, and I was actually looking for my mother-in-law's phone number, and her last name is Manning, and Yolanda's last name is Musgrove, and I saw, oh, Yolanda, I miss Yolanda, so I just reached out to her. So anyways, do not prejudge. I had no idea that Yolanda was facing a horrible infection, and that she really needed Plexus.
Right.
And it's been a lifesaver for her.
Don't prejudge.
That's right. Okay, so, all right. Okay, so Frank's list, what it stands for, the first letter in Frank is F. That stands for friends. So right now, I want you to get your pen out. And, you know, Yolanda said this the other day. She said, I bet that you know 3 people right now that you want to be in business with. And I love that. And so write down right now 3 of your friends that you know that you would love to be in business with. So write them down, and then just start thinking of other friends, their friends, friends of friends. Write down right now those friends. So think about the people that are in your inner circle. Write those down, you know, those your closest friends. And then just start thinking of other friends. Who have you recently seen at a party or whatever. Write down those names. Okay, so now you keep thinking of names and keep writing them down, but this is just to help you kind of jog your memory. So the R in Frank stands for relatives. I want you to write down your parents, your siblings, your cousins, your uncles, aunts, in-laws. Write them all down. And I want you to do it right now. Don't leave anyone out. Don't leave anyone out. Everybody needs Plexus. So as you're thinking of family members, now I want you to think of your acquaintances. So an easy way to find out acquaintances is to go to your friends list on Facebook. And that is a great way to find lots of acquaintances and write down all those names. Oh, yeah? That's nice. Jessa just said that's how she got a customer this morning. So there you go. Okay, keep writing down those names. So another way, get your phone out. Go through all your contacts. Write down your contacts. Okay, what about like Christmas card lists? Who do you send your Christmas cards to? Write down those names. Honestly, you guys, when I started looking at my friends list on Facebook, I blew through 100 names. Mm-hmm. It can go really fast because you don't want to prejudge. No prejudging here. We're writing down everybody's name. Okay, so the N in Frank's stands for neighborhood. So I want you to think of all your neighbors. What about like the neighborhood kids that come over? Write down their parents' name, or if they're 18 or older, write down their name. So who do you run into like at the neighborhood park? Who do you run into at like the neighborhood pool?
HEB.
At HEB. At Walgreens.
And you know what I do? If you don't know their name, like I just wrote down Red House. I know which house that is. If you can't think of their name, you never met them, write down something that will jog your memory the next time you're out and about. You're you're driving down the street and they happen to be out watering their grass. You can stop and say something.
It's a great idea. Great idea. Okay, so the next one is K for kids. So let's think of the sports teams that your kids are involved in. Boy Scouts, school activities, PTA. Start writing down those names. And if your kids are grown, what are they involved with? I know Yolanda's kids, they're all into CrossFit. Amazing. Yeah. So write down their friends' names and the parents' names. Keep writing. Okay, so the S in Frank's stands for service. So that could be church, community service. I mean, who do you go to church with? Who sits close to you at church? What about your hairstylist? Write their name down. What about your plumber, your mechanic, the guy who mows your lawn? Just start writing down names, y'all. No, you can laugh. Y'all are allowed to talk. What about the mailman?
Mailman.
They need Plexus. I tell you what, if your kids are at school and they have a PTA president, write down their name.
That person knows a lot of people.
They do.
You want the person that opens the door to all the other people.
Yeah.
You know people that know like thousands.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to repeat what Jessica said so everyone can hear?
So she's saying that these are people who can open the door to lots of people. Someone who's got a position where they've got lots of people that they're responsible for or that work with them or just, you're always thinking along those lines because if they do tell you no, you can say, well, do you know anybody that might be interested in something like this?
Absolutely.
So it gives you another way to get back in the door.
That's right.
We need to get good about doing that actually because everybody knows somebody.
That's true. All right, I'm going to throw in a bonus S at the end of Frank's. Spousal connection. So what activities is your spouse involved in? Who do they work with? So,
Your husband works with gamers?
That's his name.
that's his activity.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, they need energy.
They sure do.
And they
They're stay awake. Oh.
Edge. That's funny.
It's a party and they
You play all night. Come on.
That's right.
On the edge.
Edge.
No,
Oh,
you
goodness.
should take Edge and just put it on the table because they'll play for days.
Oh, that's funny.
They can come up with $30.
Okay, so you guys also, so I know y'all are still going to be thinking of names. Just keep writing as you're thinking of names. But also you'll want to be adding new names of new people that you just meet around and about. So you want to keep your eyes open and your ears open and really just listen for opportunities to introduce new people to Plexus. So I'm kind of more on the indirect approach to bringing new people, or I guess 20 years ago, we were involved in another marketing company and a network marketing company, and really they were heavy on contacting people you didn't know, and sometimes they would challenge us to go contact 5 people a day, and it was just totally freaked me out. So I don't like to use the word contact. It scares me, it overwhelms me, so I can't do that, and I'm not going to. So my approach is very indirect because I was traumatized. So really, I just like to just start small talk. The other day we were at a trampoline park and there was another mom there and her kids were jumping on the trampoline too. And I just said, gosh, isn't it so nice that we're inside right now? Because, it's summer in Texas. It's ridiculously hot. So, and then we just kind of started talking and I just said, you having a good summer. Anyways, just small talk. And we just kind of kept talking and it was time to leave. And I just said, I really enjoyed talking to you. I would love to stay in contact with you. And then I asked her, are you on Facebook? And she said, yes. And I said, okay, I'll friend you now. I didn't say anything about Plexus, so I friended her. So after I friend her on Facebook, then I intentionally start looking for a post that she posts, and I'll go in and comment and like her post. So I'm developing a relationship with her. She's seeing my post of my family, and she's also getting sprinkles of Plexus too. So that's kind of my indirect approach. And then a week or two later, and actually I just messaged her yesterday, And it's been a couple of weeks. And I just, actually, I'll just tell you what I said. So I said, hello, Tiffany. I'm so glad we met at Jumpaline. I've enjoyed getting to know you better through Facebook, and I really want to stay in touch. I was just thinking about you and wanted to share with you something that has been a great and unexpected blessing for my family. As you may know from Facebook, I have my own business through Plexus and have experienced drastic improvements in my health. I love that I have more energy. I used to be a grumpy, exhausted mom. I sleep so much better. I have less stress, less cravings, normal blood sugar levels, and I just feel good overall. And I said, Plexus helped my husband lose 10 pounds and kick his diet Dr. Pepper addiction. The unexpected part is how generous their compensation plan is and how easy it is to make a good income. Just doing it in the nooks and crannies of your day at home while you're taking care of your family. Not sure if you've ever heard of Plexus, but I'd love for you to watch this short 5-minute video done by a dietitian explaining the many benefits of our core product, Plexus Slim, and why it's so effective. And don't worry, I don't do a bunch of meetings and I don't try to close people. I just get the word out mostly through Facebook. Let me know what you think. Thanks. So what I do is I attach that short 5-minute YouTube video by Jennifer Pickett. I just attach that link to that end. And hopefully I'll hear back from her today. If I don't, I'm going to follow up with her in a couple of days. And we'll talk more about following up. So there's more of a direct approach that Yolanda is so good about doing. Do you mind sharing?
Yeah, I don't mind. Okay. Yeah, very good, because actually that's some of what I do as well. I usually just do a text. I don't do. Mindy is the email queen. I'm texting back.
Messenger.
Messenger.
I'm a messenger.
Okay, you're messenger now. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got me on email. But anyway, so for me, like kind of like Mindy mentioned, that same business she's talking about, I was in it as well. And my situation is I was in one after that, and I pretty much the sharpest people I know, like the ones who are like my running buddies, they're not listening to me right now, but that's okay. I'm not worried about that. So the situation I'm in, it made me have to go out and be direct. I have to go out and meet people because right now those people are wasted. I'll get them when I get my car.
That's right.
So that's when I'll just say, okay, now we need to talk again. I'm not even worried about that. But some of them are customers. So for me, it's like on purpose, I have to go out and meet people. I'm careful at work just because I'm at work. And I don't want to get reprimanded because I just want to do that. So I have to be a little sneakier about that. But for me, when I'm out and about, like you guys, some of you may have seen the post a while back, and maybe some of you did it. I was at an event. I'm always thinking wherever I am, how can I meet somebody? I cannot leave this place without meeting somebody. I gotta get a name, right? And so, for instance, we were at an event in January, and I said, you know what, I've got to get somebody. It was all people who kind of, they didn't necessarily have businesses. They wanted businesses. We didn't really know what the case was. But I found out, I overheard that someone was there that was from Canada. And I happened to be chatting with her in line. I said, you're telling me that girl's from Canada? Like, oh my gosh, I want to be in Canada. So I really didn't plan it. I just walked over to her and I said, I heard you are all the way here in Dallas from Canada. She says, yeah. And I'm like, wow, do you have a business? What is it you do? And she's like, no, just kind of wanting to hear from God. I said, well, you know what? I have a business, and I'm actually looking to expand in Canada. Would you mind taking one of my cards if you happen to know anyone that's struggling to lose weight, they're diabetic, pre-diabetic, or they're in pain? Would you mind giving them my card? And before I could really get that out, she's like, me. She raised her hand. She says, me. That's me. I'm looking. And she's still in the business right now using the product. Hopefully she's watching this call. But anyway, but for me, it's like, I don't even allow myself to entertain being afraid because I know that I have something to offer these people, as well as I already know, I don't care who they are, if they have a job, they're not happy. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't be happy and have a job, but if you had a choice, would you do that? If you really had a choice, would you be doing, or I like to even think is 10 years down the road, can you see yourself doing what you're doing right now? And most of the time, the answer to that is no. So that helps me step out of my comfort zone and talk to these people. But it's whatever the case may be. You can be in line at HEB. I've done it there. You can be, just wherever you are. It's wherever you are. You don't have to go out like we used to do back in the day when Mindy was talking about. Literally, our husbands couldn't come home unless they came home with names. So they had to go out and make something happen. I'm saying when you're already out, when you're already living your life, you're paying attention because people are around you all the time and you're listening. You're just listening for clues and you just get a conversation going. And I'm teaching my daughter to do this too. And so what we're saying is you can't just walk up to someone and say, hey, I got this business. Can you give me your name? But get some kind of a connection, some kind of a conversation going to where there's a give and take. Like they've said something, you've said something, a little bit has happened. And you can just say something like, you know what? Before you leave, we need to exchange information. Are you on Facebook? Kind of like Mindy said with the lady at the gym place. Are you on Facebook? And when they say yes, say I am too, and I do it while I'm standing. Let's go ahead and friend each other. I'm gonna go ahead and friend you, and you can go ahead and accept it while we're standing here. So I don't even ask for phone numbers anymore. I just friend them because with Messenger, you don't even have to have their phone number. So get in the habit of doing that. If you can have a 2 to 3 minute conversation with someone and you connected on some level, there is no reason to walk away without saying we need to stay in touch. Okay. And there's always something that you can stay in touch about. And it could be related to maybe they were talking about working out and you happen to know a great place for them to go to work out. Just whatever that conversation has to do with, try to somehow say before we leave, we need to stay connected. I want to get back with you. And just do that. And then just keep that thing, like we were saying, we all know we got to keep watering, Facebook, keeping things watered on Facebook. So that's what I do. And I've met a lot of people that way. And and you know what? Here's the other thing I'll add to that. Whenever I do reach out, sometimes they're ready now and sometimes they're not. But you get them. Eventually you get them. So is that kind of enough? Okay.
Thank you.
Don't be afraid to do it though.
That's
and
right.
And here's the thing, the first time you might sweat a little bit, you might be a little bit nervous, but then after you walk away and you realize I'm okay, I'm not bleeding, I didn't get cut, you're like, you want to go do it again.
That's true.
Do it again. So
good stuff. Thank you. Okay, so you have your name list. Okay, so the goal is to get to at least 100 names. And then you want to circle at least 10, maybe 20. These are your people that you would absolutely love to be in your business. These are your dream team. This is your dream team. These are your rock stars. These are the people who are heavy influential. No, that doesn't make sense. There you go. Heavy influencers. That'll work. So these are the ones that you want to circle. Okay, so we have our name list. Now we're like, woo, we're done. Nope, you're not done. It's just the beginning. So now you have to start reaching out to people. Now, I'm going to challenge you guys. So you circle 10 to 20 people. So the next 2 days, I want you to reach out to all of them, to your circle, to your dream team. Hit those first. Because like I've said before, that if you think they're awesome and that they would be really great on your team, then somebody else is probably thinking the same thing, that they'd be great on their team. So we want them to be rock stars on your team. So let's make that happen first. So reach them first and then start reaching out to the rest of the people that are on your name list. And do not let your name list run dry. You keep adding. You keep adding and adding and adding.
Go make new friends.
And make new friends. It's true. So like Jessa just said, go make new friends. So, on Facebook, it's so great. They give us, hey, you might want to be friends with this person. They give you suggestions. You're like, yeah, okay, I want to be friends with this. So start accepting all of those. Record all of them. So, and that'll help really build your list too. It'll expose a lot more people to your sprinkles of Plexus on your Facebook, on your timeline. And when I say sprinkles, the reason why I'm saying that is because look at your timeline. You want like 70% of it to be like family and what's important to you. And then the 30% of it are sprinkles of Plexus. So, because you want to develop that relationship with your friends and they don't want to just be bombarded with Plexus because anyways, they want to know you and the heart and the person behind you. So, okay. All right. So we're going to reach out the next 2 days to our Rockstar team, to our dream team. And I'm going to give you guys some ideas of what to say. I did give you one already. But on my Plexus Tribe, I'm going to post some examples and you can just kind of tweak them to make it more personal personable, and I want you to reach out to them. If you want to do what I do, I reach out to pretty much everyone through Messenger. And the main reason why I do that is because I don't want to put somebody on the spot. And if I call somebody out of the blue, you know, maybe it's not a good time for them. So I want them to read my message when they're, you know, usually it's at night and people are more relaxed. I want them to read it then. And then they can kind of think about it, and they have time to watch the YouTube, because I always send a YouTube. I usually send the Jennifer Pickett one on just the Plexus Slim, but there's so many good ones out there that you can also you know, you can add to your message, and we can give you ideas too. So also a great way to reach out to people right now is to invite them to do the 7-day challenge. So the next 2 days you can invite them. That can be your reason to approach people right now. And I will give you a word for word of how you can invite somebody to do the challenge. And I'll have somebody also post some graphics that you can put on your wall to announce that we're doing a 7-day challenge. And don't be afraid to post stuff on your wall, because really you're just telling people that you're open for business and this is important to you. So, all right. So after you do reach out to, after you start sending people messages on Messenger, or if it's on text, however you feel more, you know, most comfortable doing. So a couple of days later, you're going to follow up. I mean, hopefully everybody will respond to you, but let me just tell you that you'll probably get some people that don't respond at all, and that's okay. And you may get people who said, you know, that's great for you, but I'm really not interested. Okay, those people are really just saying they're not interested right now,
Yeah.
but in a couple of years, like we have somebody in the room right here that came after I had already been in Plexus for a couple of years. We've just been watering, kind of. Anyway, she, where I just lost my train of thought.
Right now.
Yeah, so we're just talking about following up. So it's really important that you're following up. So, can you see your mom? Okay, sorry.
Where did she go? She took her computer.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, you guys. I'm getting distracted. There's another video on here, and I can just see one of our ambassadors, Deborah, walking through my house, which is totally fine. But anyways, that's why I lost my train of thought. So anyways, okay. So I'm going to give y'all some statistics, because this is really important, because following up is really the key to building your business, because you're going to have some people that don't respond at all, but it may take 2 years. It may take, you know, 12 to 15 times of following up before they're like, oh, yeah, I really do need Plexus now. Okay, so this is these are some numbers from the National Sales Executives Association. They said that 48% of salespeople never, or sorry, yeah, 48% of salespeople never follow up on the initial sale. They just send it out there. So let's say you send out your messages on Messenger, and then you never follow up. So that's like the 48%. So 25% of salespeople follow up a second time and then stop. So 25%. Then 12% follow up a third time and then stop. And then 10% will do more than 3 follow-ups. Okay, so listen to these numbers though. 2% of sales are made on the first contact. That's 2% of sales are made on the first contact. 3% of sales are made on the second contact. Okay, that's only 3%. 5% of the sales are made on the third contact. 10% of sales are made on the fourth contact. And then 80%, y'all listen to this, 80% of sales are made on the 5th to 12th contact. Okay, you guys, so just following up one time, you might, you know, maybe, but keep following up. And that can be, you know, whenever we have an awesome promotion like we did recently where it was like, you know, $19.99 to sign up as an ambassador, that's when you can send it to all your people as, hey, I just want to, I was just thinking about you and wanted to let you know that Plexus is offering this awesome promotion. It's only $19.99 to sign up as an ambassador. It'd be a great time to something like that. But that's a great opportunity. So, and then when we do our challenges, like we have a challenge starting on Monday, this is a great time to follow up with people. Hey, I was just thinking about you, wanted to let you know we're having a 7-day Plexus Slim challenge. I would love for you to be a part of it. And then you can, again, attach the Jennifer Pickett Plexus Slim video to that. Or you can say, hey, I just watched this Diamond documentary. I thought of you. I would love for you to watch it. So there's so many ways that you can follow up. And again, we can also post some of this stuff on my Plexus Tribe just when we're thinking about it. So that's kind of all I had for this evening. Do you have anything else? All right.
Just take good notes. Like when you do start getting responses, that's the other beautiful thing about messengers. You can go back and scroll through, but make little records of what they're telling you because they're giving you clues, right? And so when you do come across a video or when you do have something that gets your attention, that's another excuse to reach out based on what they told you before. So true. So make sure you're doing that as well. It's well worth it.
That's right. And before you do reach out to them on Messenger, go to their timeline on their Facebook, see what's going on in their life, and then you can just say, hey, it looks like you had an awesome time in Florida. Anyways, I love watching you. I love looking at your pictures or something like that. So just mention something that's personal that you're telling them, I see you. I see what's going on in your life. So, and then also, Yolanda brought this up. This is so important. As you're writing down your names, also write down the date next to it, the first time you sent them a message. And then did you get a response? Did you not get a response? And then you'll want to follow up with them again and then write down that date. But you want to really keep good, you really want to keep track of what they said to you and what you said and stuff like that. So, all right. I think that's it. All right, you guys, have a great night. Have a great weekend. We love you guys. Plex on.
Bye.
Bye-bye.